before we go any farther in this episode, Pizza Ranch will and always will be the most garbage fucking pizza place on the planet. There are no Chuck E. Cheese is fucking cardboard with kid pedophilia is better than fucking Pizza Ranch's garbage shit that they fucking try to serve you. So fucking Dirk can immediately agree with everything. Yeah, that is the end of my rant.
Welcome, faithful listeners, to
I don't like you.
the greatest and most sexually infused podcast on the face of this planet. Welcome to the new episode of You Hate to See It. I am Adam.
I'm GF.
I'm Nick.
And today I'm drinking Arbor Mist Blackberry Merlot, and the reasoning for that is the long story, but I have 6 of them.
Beautiful, really.
That is one
It
of
really
my
is beautiful.
stories I've ever seen from anything, especially coming from sports.
Yeah, it's sports related, and I have 6 bottles of free wine, so come at me.
Perfect. Perfect.
I am drinking the last of my Seagram's Canadian whiskey.
Ooh. I'm going hard with some Bush Diesel. And if I somehow manage to go through 6 cans of Bush Diesel in the next 30 minutes, I have Kona.
So, I know that this is the podcast that you all have been waiting for. This is the podcast that we have been building up to for 4 years now. Yes, our podcast has only been around for just over a year.
Monday's Monday.
I was getting ready to roll with it. So.
But this is, hold on.
Damn,
You ready?
we did a good job on pre-recording if this comes up 3 years after.
Yeah, but this is
The Great Pizza Debate.
I liked it.
Someone should throw in an ear headphone warning there.
Yeah, so it's the Great Pizza Debate. We're gonna talk about we're gonna argue about pizza toppings, talk about some frozen pizzas, talk about some pizza chains, and then other pizza restaurants to top it all off.
AKA the ones you shouldn't go to. I think.
Oh, so I wrote down local joints for that one.
Yeah, like that's local as well.
All right, well then you do local. I'm gonna tell you where the fucking not go.
So first,
if you dare mention the best place on the planet, Jeff, I'll be angry.
I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about, and I've never had their pizza. So.
All right.
So first, who wants to bring up a pizza topping that we all can argue about?
Oh, pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
Ooh.
Wait.
No. I think we should roll back to Jeff real quick so we can establish that.
What's
What's that doing on a pizza?
I said pepperoni. What do you mean? What's that? That's like one of the top fucking pizza toppings. It's pepperonis. They're like little red areolas on your pizza all over the place.
That is true.
And that's why you put cum on your pizza. What? I would say I personally, are we talking like for the pizza, like it's a normal like marinara base with like cheese?
It's whatever you want it to be.
Okay. Because if it's not marinara with cheese, I'm definitely going with a solid like probably either Alfredo sauce or barbecue sauce, cheese, and then some chicken and spinach. I would say chicken's like my top.
And Alfredo bacon chicken pizzas, like that right there.
Honestly,
that's
so
it.
like you put bacon, it doesn't matter what the sauce is.
So
Bacon
good.
pizza is lit.
Bacon does kind of save every pizza. You're the first person I've ever actually encountered to where I had only bacon on a pizza. And
it works.
automatically,
It works.
like top 3 pizza toppings right there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
phenomenal.
That's my number 2.
I thought it was gonna be like just a nice addition, but like just straight bacon on a pizza. pretty fucking
Like the
It is-
texture helps. The texture even.
Yeah,
just-
and it is nice, like at least because I work at a pizza place, so like whenever I order something, they know how much I like bacon, so they will make it that the bacon cuts the roof of your mouth. That's how much bacon they put onto it.
so good.
So I would like to state, pineapple belongs on pizza in one situation and one situation only, and that is if there is also barbecue sauce on that pizza.
I don't like barbecue sauce on pizza to begin with.
I
I also don't like pineapple.
I don't like pineapple on pizza at all.
Ugh. I think like
Never had it.
like the
I don't
like
I like sweet savory because I don't really like sweet in the first place other than like fruits. But it like the sweet salty, it just does not mix up well for me at all.
I
Like,
see it at like regular pizza with like Hawaiian pizza with pineapple, like that's gross. But if you do Hawaiian pizza with barbecue sauce instead of marinara sauce, like that's the way to go.
it still doesn't seem like it's gonna be much better. Like
I don't want it.
the only fruit that should be on pizza is the tomato sauce.
Or spinach.
Dang.
Spinach isn't a fruit.
Where the fuck are you getting spinach as
Oh
a
right.
fruit?
My dumbass went back to the 90s where tomato was still a fruit or was still a vegetable.
Why the fuck do we let him in here?
I would like to point out tomato is and will always be a vegetable, just as the same as the Sears Tower is and will always be the Sears Tower.
That is a
That's
fucking
the-
stretch.
That is the first valid argument I've ever heard for it. But because I'm such a strong Sears Tower defender, I'll allow it.
We'll let
I
it
am such
slide,
a-
but you are fucking
You're on-
stretching, my friend.
You're on
Tomato is a
thin ice, buddy.
vegetable. How we feel about anchovies?
No.
If you put anchovies on a pizza, you can die.
If you put seafood on a pizza, we are invading your country.
I'd be willing to try shrimp or scallops once, but I feel like I'd be upset.
I feel like a seafood. Okay, so anchovies go on like a normal pizza. I feel like a seafood pizza where they don't use like actual marinara sauce. I think I'd be willing to try that. But anchovies is such a fucking like precise
Don't they make the
taste.
bones in? I've never had anchovy. It
Yeah,
sounds
so the
disgusting.
smaller fish you can't fucking fillet, but their
Yeah.
bones are like hollow and like it's just a crunch more
It
than
sounds
anything.
just oh.
So going to seafood, could you a lobster, crab, shrimp pizza that's like
With
New
Alfredo
Orleans
sauce?
based, like
With,
a New
Alfredo
Orleans,
sauce.
like
I would say that or,
I'd be down to fuck
like-
with that.
like a blackened or like a Creole.
yeah.
kind
I
of
would
pizza. Ooh,
fuck
that sounds good.
I would fuck with that, but
With
as long,
butter
as long as
Buttered dipping sauce,
or just drizzled on top.
both.
Mm.
A
Yes.
garlic butter sauce.
Yeah. No, this
Like,
is I like this. We do this now.
I kind of
try
want to
it.
try like an
Yeah,
Alfredo
let's try
shrimp
it.
pizza.
When we do our goal of opening a bar when we all retire.
Our comic
That-
book Magic the Gathering D&D bar and grill. Yes.
Yeah, where I am the only cook because no one else will be willing to fuck with the creations we do.
That is fair. That is very fair.
I would fuck with that. Yeah, if it's like not on marinara and like, yeah, I mean like,
Yeah,
There's got to be a
Alfredo.
place we can try this. There's got to be a place we can try this.
It's
I'm sure-
called We Make It Ourselves. Like, let's
I was
do
gonna
it.
say,
I'd be
one,
down.
I don't know if any of you guys. Hold on. We need to talk about if any of you guys are good at cooking seafood because I'm fucking not.
Yeah,
I can do.
I can cook seafood.
I can cook seafood. Yeah.
Okay, I can't cook like lobster and stuff. I'm not a fan of like vegetables on pizza, like in any real like
Olives and green peppers can go. Those are awful.
I like.
Green peppers take over the pizza. Green peppers take
Besides,
over the pizza.
besides spinach on very select pizzas, like I don't like vegetables on pizza.
I like light black olives I can handle on pizza, but very light. But also like I've seen the things of like
I can deal with black olives.
broccoli on pizza, and I'm like, could Alfredo with chicken and broccoli pizza is literally just chicken Alfredo with broccoli on a piece of pizza.
I can deal with black olives. I can't deal with green olives.
Green
on a
olives are
pizza.
gross.
I like green olives on a pizza, not where they belong.
Have you guys ever had roasted garlic on a pizza?
Yeah.
roasted garlic is phenomenal. Like that can make a pizza. Raw garlic cannot cook all the way through, depending on how thick your pizza is. But if they like pre-roast it, it's amazing.
All right, so moving on. Do we all have a list of 5 top frozen pizzas?
Yeah, I'm gonna make mine up as we go.
No, because I don't eat frozen pizza often. I have my top 2.
Okay, so then Nick can chime in, and we'll just go. Jeff, you and I will just go back and forth until we get to our top 2, and then we'll include Nick.
All right.
All right, let's start with number 5. So my number 5 frozen pizza is it's 2 actually, but they're like the exact same thing. They have the same packaging and everything. It's Jack's and Roma's. I've had both of them, and they are both saltine crackers with like a nice little quick squirt, like not too much sauce, because if you put too much sauce, you're gonna add too much flavor, and then cheese and toppings.
Can't be having that in frozen pizzas.
So I'll keep it real with you. I put Jack's in my number 2 because that's the only one I can remember.
You fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, you're trash. You're real garbage right now.
I mean, there's like an Aldi's cauliflower pizza is nice, but
Aldi's cauliflower pizza is great, also because I'm gluten intolerant.
Yeah,
so it helps me not shit my pants. So
that is true.
Yeah. So Jackson Roma, I count as the exact same pizza.
My number 5 is also Jack's.
Mm.
Jack's. It's just surprisingly it makes the list, but that's because I can't think of. You know what? No. Fucking DiGiorno is my number 5, actually. Fucking Jack's is off my list. I think I came up with another one. So, yeah,
okay.
Fucking DiGiorno. It's bad. It's not good, but it's better than Jack's.
So my number 4 is DiGiorno.
It's not delivery, and you can fucking tell.
Yeah. So when I'm DiGiorno is Nick's number 1.
Yeah. Woo!
So we have a joke at my at the pizza place I work at, and if we either say this is for delivery or it's for DiGiorno, meaning pickup. So because they either hand me the pizza to go deliver it or it goes up on the DiGiorno shelf for pickups.
I like that. That's good. I like that.
I remember there was a time, I don't even know if they still do it, but DiGiorno would sell their frozen pizzas with like a little package of like townhouse cookies or whatever. I don't remember what the fucking brand was.
I remember that. I never did it, but I remember it.
I remember I was very not sober once, and my friend pulled out a DiGiorno pizza and forgot that the cookies like were in there, but somehow got them out of the packaging and cooked the cookies on top of the fucking pizza, and that was fucking depressing.
Or it was amazing, and you just didn't understand the genius that your friend did.
It was not good.
Oh, okay.
Nick, I want you to go take a cookie and dip it in melted cheese and marinara sauce and let me know how that fucking goes.
No.
Tombstone for me.
Oof.
Not about Tombstone.
Yeah, I know you did. Because you could only remember Jackson and your number 1 that we know. Fucking moron.
So my number 3, out of left field, Bagel Bites.
I respect it.
Bagel Bites are pizza. Bagel Bites are pizza on bagels. And they're frozen.
Also, sorry, I got my 4 and 3 mixed up because now I remember what my number 4 was. So my number 3 is Tombstone. My number 4 is those Tostino little like rectangle pizzas, because there's nothing like being drunk as shit, throwing one of those in the oven, bringing it out, and just eating it like a fucking taco. That's the only reason.
You know what's sad? I miss the creativity that was needed to deal with your hunger while being blackout in college, because we were all broke, so we needed to be creative with how we dealt with our fucking drunk ass hunger. Like some people would like cook fucking meals, other people would like scrounge up like crackers that were like underneath couches and shit. It took a certain amount of like if they put drunk us in charge of the space program and told us that there were like cookies on top of the moon, we would have that shit solved. We'd figure it out. Or I'd pull the burger out of my pocket.
I forgot that you did that.
That was a fucking wild time. I was blasted off my ass, and Nick comes in, also blasted off his ass, sits down next to me. He's wearing his flannel coat and just looks at me. He goes, "Hey, you want a burger?" I was like, "Yeah." And he just reaches into his chest pocket, pulls out a burger, and hands it to me. I just look at it, and I look at him, and I was like, "Is this why you're fat? You just have burgers in your pockets?"
It's like a portal to the
It was
McDonald's.
still warm.
So my number 2, Totino's pizza rolls.
This is yeah. I like it.
Also, you go like that was also a way to get through college. For $5, you can buy like a 10-pound bag of Totino's pizza rolls.
Dude, imagine if there was like a Sam's Club or a Costco where we went to college. Do you know how much money I would have? I would have spent like $100 a month and gotten only frozen food and been fine for like 3 months.
Yeah.
I would have gotten like 3 boxes of like fucking 10 pounds of fucking pizza rolls, and I also would be much larger than I am now.
I would have declined the fucking food.
I would have bought
grand.
I would have bought one of those like fucking Bush pallets for like $300.
Remember
God.
when I bought cases of Pink Whitney?
Yeah. You
Oh
fucking
God, I remember
savage.
that.
Yeah, that's probably
God.
why you didn't get to eat well in college, because you spent
Oh,
$100+
God.
dollars like a month on just
That was
fucking
the
buying
last.
cases
That
of
was
Pink Whitney.
his last semester, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a good time. That package lasted me the whole semester. So
I mean, yeah, buy your alcohol in bulk. Fuck it.
all right,
Hard to
Jeff,
buy
what's your number
pallets,
2?
My number 2, bagel bites. Oven
See, I was
made
thinking
bagel
of
bites.
actual
If you're
brands
one of
if I
those
knew this.
if you're one of those fucking morons that makes bagel bites in the fucking microwave, fucking you deserve to be a part of Darwinism.
Sometimes we're in a hurry, Jeff. Fuck off.
Might as well spend 2 minutes warming up my fucking pizza rolls or bagel bites, wait 10 minutes for it to cool, and then scarf them down like a fucking madman.
Oh no! Why would you wait for them to cool?
Because I like the roof of my mouth.
The hotness adds flavor.
I don't like the idea.
It
of my
actually
mouth
takes
being
away
nothing but
flavor.
Scar tissue.
All right, so then my number 1 is Tombstone Pizza. I feel like and it's not just, this isn't just for me, it's not just based on taste. I feel like Tombstone is like equally solid taste within price range.
And like the crust isn't a cracker.
Yeah, like it's not like there's definitely better frozen pizzas out there, but for the price, Tombstone is a solid choice.
There's nothing like going to to Walmart and seeing that it's on sale for like 4 for $10. Just being like, bah, 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 bah.
That makes me happy because then I don't have to buy Jack's because
Yeah, because that's always like 6 for $10.
yeah, like I always keep
Yeah.
Jack's.
And then you
stocked
look
up.
over at those little Tostino rectangular pizzas, and they're always $1 no matter what.
I've never had them. I actually found out doing research for this that those existed.
Yeah, they don't even come in cardboard, my guy. They're in a little plastic sleeve.
Oh,
My number 1 is pizza rolls. Nothing like, because they're just so versatile. You can make them in the microwave. They're good. You can put them in the oven if you like the crunch, or an air fryer if you're a fucking dope person like me who's rich with an air fryer,
A toaster oven, though, that's pretty good too.
or an air fryer because we're rich.
I don't have an air fryer.
I do, just because Kristen really wanted one.
How often do you use it?
Not often at all.
I also have one. I just don't use it. It's in the basement somewhere.
How often do I put pizza rolls in it? Never.
I feel
Not
like
once.
you should try this now.
I don't have pizza rolls. I will.
They're
Disappointing.
$5 for a 10-pound pack.
I'm gonna be plastered after this, so we'll see if I even remember to do that at some point.
My number 1's Home Run In. It's just it's good. It's good. That's all
Never
got.
had it.
I
I got nothing for you.
I've never had their
Yeah.
frozen.
I've never had their pizza at all. So
their mini microwave ones are eh. But their actual frozen, the ones that you throw in the oven, are actually pretty solid. They have a decent amount of toppings. Cheese is good, sauce is good. Just depends on
How's
how
the
you
cum?
cook it at that point. Salty for my taste, but you know, it's plentiful.
nice. Large ropes on there.
Always gotta love plentiful.
Looks like
cum.
a fucking
Spider
Toaster
web.
strudel.
Yes. Yes. You get it.
So moving on. This is the big one.
Yes.
This is the big one that everyone's been waiting for. Top 5 United States pizza like chains that are like deliverable or easily accessible and cheap. Kind of
All right.
that area.
Does it have to be nationwide?
Yeah, it needs to be recognized.
Mostly, it has to be.
Yeah.
That might change my number 1 then.
It has to be at least 2 of the 4 regions.
Yes.
All right, I'll switch out my number 1 then.
So my number 5, Domino's. I think Domino's.
I'll fight you.
It's Domino's is cheap. It's easy. But their crust is always dry and hard.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's a little thick. It's like thick, dry, and hard.
I think mine would also be Domino's, because Domino's is only good for like the first like hour you get it, like when it's still warm, because the second it like cools off, yeah, it's just fucking, you pick up a slice, you can bang it off your desk. Still good taste, but it just bangs off the desk. Nick, this is your number 1, isn't it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, well,
Yeah.
just save your comments about it until your number 1. Just
My number 5 is CC's.
I think CC's is fucking garbage.
So I actually just recently went to CC's because I hadn't had it in a long
So
time.
sorry.
First of all, the only good thing about CC's is their brownies. Those brownies are the greatest
They're
brownies.
not their pizza.
Yeah, their pizza's trash, but their
Okay.
brownies are the greatest thing I've ever put in my mouth. Like, I will go to CC's Pizza just for their brownies. And then I'll deal with the pizza.
Garbage pizza. So that just seems like the place that you just take like your little league team after
Yeah.
they win, because it's cheap as shit and they can eat all as much as they want.
Yeah. Let me tell you, it's very weird trying to do it now with COVID. But
How does a buffet work in COVID? What? How that works?
not you have, like, they force you to.
Like order actual pizzas. I'm
No,
saying.
you have to, when you walk up, you have to have a new plate. You have to use hand sanitizer and then put plastic gloves on, get your food, and then
Latex.
throw your. No, plastic.
I don't think it's
Oh,
actually
like
plastic. It's
no,
the
it's
that
off-brand.
saran wrap shit.
Yeah, the ones that
Oh.
like your hand has to be like
the
spread out.
the lunch lady one.
The lunch lady ones that for some reason the pinky is always farther away than where your pinky's actually at. That one.
Because they
And-
put it at the same spot your fucking like middle finger starts, and that's not how hands work.
Yeah. So my number 4, controversial, but Sbarro.
That's
Oh,
my number
Sbarro.
4.
Holy shit. I love Sbarro.
No, sorry, that's my number 3. My number 4 is Pizza Hut.
So I think Sbarro is actually very good. I don't mind the grease dripping off of it. Like, that's fine for me. I love it. Also, Sbarro, you kind of have to fold in half, and I'm okay with that because I lived on the East Coast for 2 years and got used to folding pizza in half.
It's just great mall food.
It's great Western Illinois University food.
I might.
Remember
Alright,
when we
yeah,
had
yeah,
that
yeah.
before Chick-fil-A? Yeah, I'm sad Chick-fil-A came in.
Well, I was gone
so-
before Chick-fil-A was a thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say me too. I was gonna say I don't remember Chick-fil-A, but yeah, that's because we left a semester before you.
Yeah, the Chick-fil-A was supposed to come in like the semester right after you guys left,
Yeah.
and it took them a full extra semester to finish building it.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, because
Oh.
yeah. Okay, I remember. Yeah, it was in the Union. That's right.
But yeah, Sbarro, I used to get Sbarro like every other day at Western. It
Dude,
was
Sbarro is, I think, underrated. Sbarro's pretty great. It's not like perfect pizza by any mean, but it is quality for the price you pay. 100%.
and everyone bitches about the grease, and I'm like, like, do you eat bacon? Because that has just as much grease just sitting on it as Sbarro pizza.
Buddy, it's just extra calories. You're getting more calories, man.
I'm one of those people where if I see grease sitting in the pepperoni like a fucking bowl, I'll dab it. I'll dab it with a napkin. It's just too much.
I lick it.
That's so gross. So much
I
grease.
drink it out and then add semen instead. Come on pizzas, boys. Let's go. Get on it.
All right.
Make it a trend. Let's make it.
So
a
why
national
is Pizza
pastime.
Hut your number 4?
I think it's just slightly better than Domino's, but it's just more expensive and fucking hard. One, their delivery fucking sucks. Their delivery range is so garbage and sporadic, but their pizza is better than. I don't know. I just think their crust is better than Domino's.
So
and think it
for
comes
the
out
record,
better.
my number 4 was Papa John's.
Wow, number 4. I got nothing. That was all I had for that.
I'm going to save that because that's my number 3. So
Oh, okay.
All right.
Get into it, boys.
It's just too thick. I don't like super thick pizzas that aren't deep dish.
are you talking about Pizza Hut or Papa John's?
Papa John's.
So I would always get the thin crust at Papa John's. I never got
Hate
the
the
regular
pizza,
crust.
though. That's probably where mine
Never
always
out in the
skews
pan.
from you guys.
Yeah, so their regular crust is very thick, so I always did. That's why I got thin crust, because even their thin crust was kind of thick. So, but the nice thing, that garlic butter sauce that they give you every time,
And
That
just a
helps.
nice
Yeah, that's
couple
kinda clutch.
pepperoncinis. There's
Yeah.
nothing opening up your box and being free peppers, and then eating 2 peppers real quick, and then being now I get to devour pizza with garlic butter.
yeah, I used to go, I wouldn't even dip it. I would just dump the whole fucking thing of garlic butter on top of the pizza.
God, you guys are giving me a heart attack just talking about
I-
Fucking Papa John's is so good. I remember how we would get 50% off at Western. Oh,
Yeah.
apparently you can still use those codes. If you
Really?
order Papa John's, apparently you can still use those Western codes anywhere.
I don't think there's a
Wild.
Papa John's near me.
I don't think there is near me either. I don't need it near me, so
We're number 3, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Little Caesars.
That's also my number 3.
I haven't had it in about 8 years, but I remember it being
For the price you
Pretty
pay, that is
Yeah.
a great fucking goddamn.
Remember
pizza.
when they put bacon on the crust?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was lit.
Also, the $5 hot and ready pizza, some fucking crazy bread. Boom! You just spent $10.
It is the
You
only
have,
place that you can just walk in and be like, I want a pizza now. And they go, yes.
Yeah,
I kind of want Little Caesars. I might pick up Little Caesars on Saturday.
does sound pretty fucking good.
I forget, but kind of want Little Caesars.
My number 2, I think, breaks our rules, but I'm gonna say Rosati's because it's
It's
fucking-
nationwide.
Is it?
Is it?
Well, then,
all
okay,
right.
cool, perfect. That's actually not my number 2 then. My number 2 is Papa John's then. Because you get all the freebies. You get the garlic butter. Their pizza might not be great, but now you have something to make it great, aka garlic and butter.
But my number 2 is Sbarro.
Sbarro's good. I am willing to fight that Sbarro should be higher on my list. I think it's better than what people give it recognition for. But also Little Caesars is that way. I think my 2, 3, and 4 are in a
So my number 2 is Gelsasimo's.
I don't know what that is.
It's
one- it was in
Gel-
Macomb.
Yeah, it was the pizza place in Macomb,
Mhm.
downtown.
It was on the very end of the square by
Yeah.
Family Video.
So,
I
I
does
lo-
have very good pizza.
I only had it once or twice.
And also, each location has its own specialty, and there's one in St. Joseph's, Minnesota or Michigan, that is to die for. Whenever Morgan and I go there for a little weekend excursion, we always get Gelsasimo's pizza because it's phenomenal. I love it so much.
They're the only place that I actually like thin crust from.
In college, I always got Domino's, and then one day I had Gelsasimo's and got Gelsasimo's as much as I could after that.
I would gladly kick Domino's off my. I didn't know Gelsasimo's was in the ranking area because I would gladly kick Domino's off. Well, actually, I think I'd kick Pizza Hut completely off my list, and I put Gelsasimo's in 4.
Yeah, Gelsasimo's, a lot of their restaurants, they just call something. It's the St. Joe's Gelsasimo's is just called St. Joe's Pizza. But then when you look at their
Yeah,
box, it's St. Joe's Gelsasimo's. And
Yeah.
so a lot of times they just get called as a local pizza place when they're not.
The thing with me though is I'd rather kick fucking Pizza Hut off my list than Domino's though, because Domino's has a special place in my heart from college because it was so cheap and easily accessible.
Domino's is my number one just because of like that, and then how can you go wrong with 2 pizzas for like $10? Like for like $15 with delivery. Like how like that.
Yeah, no, I get that.
The amount of times that in college where I'd be like, I'm hungry, I don't want to go to the dining hall because I'd live on the other side of campus.
There was one time, the time that we all had our guys weekend where it was me, you, Garrett, Justin, and Ad, like us 3, and then Justin, Garrett. We all pitched in on Domino's pizzas, and we got like fucking 8 pizzas for like the $50 we all had. Like we all pitched in like $10, and with delivery, we got like 10 fucking pizzas.
That's one of my favorite weekends we ever had.
It was fucking phenomenal.
My number one, and it's not just because I work for them, but Rosati's, because they're lit. That's some
my number one is also Rosati's because I don't mind their thin crust, and then they're like, it's double crust, right? Is the
double dough
is fucking great because I'm not a fan of thin crust, but like I'll eat it. But their double dough, like their pizzas are they're fucking great. And everyone I've ever met at like a Rosati's that I've gone to that like owns it, they're just fucking bomb people. Like it's a really fucking well organized company.
The dough is literally made fresh in the back every day.
Nick, would you if you knew that Rosati's was an option, would you reorder anything in your list? Because I feel like you would put Rosati's somewhere in there.
I'd put Rosati's at the top and then kick CC's
out and move everything else one back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just fucking Rosati's number one. I'm calling it for the entire episode. Rosati's is number one for all of it. I'm also calling the worst pizza franchise to ever exist is fucking Pizza Ranch. Dirk, if you're listening, that's for you and me because I also grew up around that, and Pizza Ranch fucking blows.
Never been to Pizza Ranch.
So other restaurants and chains and stuff like.
Before we go any farther on just other pizza chains and stuff, Giordano's needs to be labeled as a fucking overrated thing.
That was in my other. That was literally what I was going to bring up in my other pizza restaurants and chains.
Do you guys don't like deep dish?
I hate it, but I think Giordano's is overrated for deep dish.
Here's my thing with deep dish. If it has massive hunks of tomato in it, that is gross.
Agreed.
I like
you'll find that at the cheaper places.
Yeah.
You'll
the
find
way
that at
that
the cheap places.
at Rosati's, their deep dish, they don't use the hunks.
So I just want to put as someone, because you guys grew up in the Chicagoland area, I did not.
Mm-hmm.
But I traveled here multiple times. Like I am from Illinois. Like Chicago is a place that you go fairly often, even if you live in Illinois. Giordano's was like a super hype place, and I wasn't a fan of deep dish really after I had it. I was like, but people always wanted to go there because like, Giordano's like fucking deep dish, blah blah blah. And now that I've been around and living here for like over 2 years now, basically, I can say like deep dish, yes, as much as it is like more of a casserole than it is a pizza, I still think it's a good pizza.
I'll fight.
I think it's a good
against that.
I think it's a good
I'll
pizza.
fight that it's a pizza.
If you get it from an actual like small like chain, it doesn't even have to be a chain, just like a small like pizzeria, they'll probably make it better than these like the big name ones that you know of. Untalked about chains, I'll go from where I'm from because I'm from the Quad Cities, and there is actually a Quad City style pizza which I didn't know about until like a couple years ago. Yeah, it's no, I mean, yeah, kinda, but it's the way it's cut. When you get a pizza and it's cut into strips, that's Quad City style. It's like if it's just like it's cut down the middle and then it strips from there. Like it's not cut into more.
I've seen that here before. It's rare. It's very weird.
Yeah. I mean,
but I've
because
seen
it's
that
Quad
before.
City style. That's how Quad City style is. But I would say Happy Joe's. They're the ones that like invented the taco pizza.
I'm not a fan of taco pizzas. I just don't.
I know. Yeah. I'm not saying it's great, but they make good pizza. Like their actual pizzas. their pizzas are actually really good, and you can only find them in that general area of the Quad Cities. And I think their pizza's actually like noteworthy and actually worth it.
Speaking of taco pizza, how do we not bring up Casey's Pizza?
I was gonna say,
Fuck.
I actually meant to replace my original replacement for Pizza Hut was Casey's Pizza, and I completely fucking forgot that was the one that I wanted.
I've never had gas station pizza so good before.
I've never had gas station food that was even noteworthy. Like fucking, like there's Casey's Pizza, and then nothing else from a gas station. Like, and
Chips.
then there's and then under that is gas station food. There's like a large tier. Like I would put, if I could reorder, I would probably actually take out Little Caesars and replace it with Casey's.
I mean,
Completely.
Casey's would probably be my number 7, but the fact that no one's brought it up yet was just
No, I'm reordering mine now.
sacrilegious.
Mine 100% Casey's is on.
If I'm going down somewhere where there's Casey's, like I'll be like, "Hey, you want to go out for food?"
Their breakfast pizzas are the best.
They are. That's where I got the idea for bacon on.
That is my hungover food. My hungover food is Casey's Pizza. And the thing is that I can't get that where I'm at now. So my hangovers are fucking trash. It's just me dying.
We could have gotten it when back where Justin used to live, but now he doesn't live there, so there's literally no place to get it anymore. We wasted that opportunity.
I work there. Hey, I
You
work
could
there
pick
now.
one up.
We could go to Pawpaw, Illinois.
No, I refuse. No,
No, I will never go there ever again.
I
Thank you.
will go out of my way 30 minutes to never go there again.
But no, Casey's Pizza doesn't need to be mentioned. I think yes, Casey's Pizza should be on there. My personal from where I'm from is Happy Joe's. I think if you're ever in the Quad City area, you should find a Happy Joe's. I have heard since I've been gone though that they have reorganized to trying to be more of a restaurant, like a steakhouse, and they're fucking idiots for that. But that's also because the owner died recently.
Oh. So out here, I have to just because like it's a family tradition for me. Salerno's. Now I'm not talking about Salerno's, the green and red Salerno's, like that label and logo. That's owned by the brother of the Salerno's that I go to. The Salerno's in Oak Park. Some of the best shit you ever had. Like it's always good. It's always hot. Like even driving from Oak Park the hour, it's still hot somehow. I have to home run in. So Adam, you said you've had home run in, like the actual pizza.
Yeah. There's a home run in about 15 minutes away from my house that does lunch buffets.
What do you think? Let me hear your thoughts on home run in.
It's Pizza Hut.
Hey,
Home run in and Pizza Hut are like the same thing to me.
I'm driving to Adam to beat his ass for saying that about home run in. This is a slight against my honor. Home run in. They have my favorite crust. It is my favorite crust. It's thin, but it's flaky. It's got flavor. It's good. Their crust makes their pizza.
I haven't had it since it's been about 10 years since I've had it. But from what I remember it at their pizza buffet for lunch it was just another Pizza Hut. It could have been also because I'm pretty sure the building used to be a Pizza Hut. So
Remember those days?
no.
Remember the 90s? You don't remember then like back in like early 2000s where Pizza Hut?
I was like, Nick, you're going to say the 90s, and I'm going to question how you remember the 90s.
No, back in God, when did they stop doing it? Probably like 08 is when they stopped doing it. They used to have salad bars and lunch buffets and shit, and that's the last time Pizza Hut was good, if I'm being honest.
I think Pizza Hut really went downhill when they decided to focus more on delivery and less on in-restaurant experience.
Yeah, because they don't do in restaurant anymore at all.
Well, no one does it. No one really does in restaurant anymore. There are still some Pizza Huts that
Homer
do in
Inn
restaurant,
focuses. Homer Inn doesn't do delivery. They only do in restaurant or pickup.
So what you're telling me is Home Run Inn is what Pizza Hut used to be.
I will fight you still. I will fight you, Adam. Like we're gonna end up fighting. Jeff, do you remember when Pizza Hut used to do dine in and like a lunch buffet and like fucking salad bar?
Yeah. Their dessert pizza was litty. By that I mean like just the cinnamon thing with icing on it. That was pretty good.
That's when they used to be good.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Any other pizza places that anyone else wants to bring up? My list is done. I'm out.
If you're also ever in the QC area, I don't know if it's still open, but it was mine and Kyle's like favorite place, and they had a real good pizza, but they're a bar, but it was called Poor Boys, and that's actually where we started my 21st birthday at. It's super good.
Godfather's wasn't bad. I enjoyed it when I had it.
I'm glad you brought that up, because if you didn't, if no one brought it up, I'm pretty sure Colton would have stopped listening to our podcast if he hasn't already.
I do remember Godfather's,
because that man only orders Godfather's.
Yeah, I remember.
So.
Yeah, I know. But I had like,
you don't remember the last time I talked to him and he got pizza, he was like, I'm gonna go pick up Godfather's because there's one like down the block or something. I was like, from what I remember, that's not like, I hear it's definitely better than like Domino's and like Pizza Hut. And stuff,
we were gonna order a garlic parmesan, but like they didn't order the sauce. So the guy who like runs the place does like a weird like garlic ranch thing. I've never had a ranch pizza, but it was actually really good. It was actually a really good pizza.
I'm very, very sad. I'm sad that you didn't say anything about Papa Juan's and their pizza.
Which one of us had their pizza? Was that? It wasn't Don. Was it Calvin?
It was you. You got the margarita.
Oh, I did get the Oh, fuck, God. Oh, God. Papa Juan's.
I remember everything that everyone ordered, because I ordered a burrito. Don,
man-child extraordinaire.
The man-child he is, looked over the menu. We had to like the host, our waitress came by 3 times asking if everyone was ready, and Don kept saying no because he didn't know what he wanted. And then finally, when we all ordered, he ordered fucking chicken strips.
Because Don is actually a man-child.
He got that. We for the table, we got an appetizer of a deep fried peanut butter jelly sandwich, which was actually just an Uncrustable thrown. It was just an Uncrustable, not battered or anything. It was just an Uncrustable thrown in a fryer and taken out.
Jeff, we need to throw an Uncrustable in your air fryer.
Yes.
God,
this is true.
Oh fuck, God.
Calvin got some sort of burger.
Yeah.
Because we hit on each one of like the things that they were
Papa Juan's
known for.
Couldn't decide what
and
they
then
wanted
you
to
did,
be.
and then you got the pizza.
Remember when the cook came out as he was leaving? He's like, "Hey, did you like it?" I rarely get to make it, and I wanted to ask how you liked it. As I was biting into it, I'm like, "Uh-huh," and it was just. It was like cold.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
They
good.
had a margarita pizza on the thing, and Nick was like, "I'll eat somewhat healthy-ish, I guess." And he was like, "Margarita pizza, because margarita pizzas are good." And yeah, he got this personal. It was like a medium.
Yeah, it was big. That was the only redeeming factor, was that it was pretty big.
One of my favorite memories of that.
Oh
Before,
my God.
because it was for a bachelor. It was the bachelor party for Colton, but it was before Colton got there. It was everyone else except for Colton. We went out to get dinner because Colton was showing up last.
Yeah. God.
Nick was. We were just driving around. No one would choose a
yeah.
place, and Nick went Papa Juan's,
and everyone was like, "What made you decide that?" And it was like, "It was cheap." And they're like, "What do you mean it was cheap?"
It had the $1. It had the $1 sign on the Google Maps or whatever. Yeah, that was an interesting time. We pulled over to Papa Juan's. You walk in, it's a Mexican cantina. The next section is like an Italian restaurant, and then we got seated in the American part where it's just a bunch of diner type pictures everywhere.
And then I went to pay for it, but that day my mom decided to pay the mortgage using my account. So I had like $2 in my fucking account when I was expecting to need like $500.
And Nick technically ordered the most expensive thing.
Yeah. Oh God, that was insane. That was Papa Juan's. God, I want to go back there just to like experience it again.
I do too.
For some reason.
It was just so fun because it was Your first time actually meeting Don.
It was
Actually,
it was my
first
second. It was my
actually
second time
Don.
meeting Don.
I think that was my
Yeah.
first time actually meeting Don in person. My first time ever meeting Calvin, and then Colton wasn't there, so it was just us sitting down, just each person being themselves because no one knows who anyone really is besides Nick and I, and we're just being ourselves, and it is probably one of the most like wholesome actual experiences I've had in my life, and it was great.
So
if you guys are listening, I love you. You guys are fucking great.
So thank you all for listening to
The Great Pizza Debate.
I've been Adam.
I'm Yif with my alky.
Oh God, I'm drunk.
Adam also Adam, you went back to being a squeaky mouse.
No, not
No.
even close.
I guess
Hey, Jeff, you do
All
these.
right, well, thanks. All right, guys. Well, yet again, repeating what Adam said before he went fucking squeaky mouse on us here. Thanks for listening. If you want to follow us on social media, you can find us anywhere on social medias at You Hate to See It. Just type that in. If you want to find us specifically on Twitter, it is different. It is at YOUH82CIT. We also have a Patreon. If you would like to donate to us, basically, and get some extra content from us, you can go to podbean.com, type into the search bar, You Hate to See It, and up at the upper right-hand corner after that, you will find a Become a Patron. We have different tiers, 1, 3, 5, going up from there. You get different stuff for each one. At $5, you get the unedited versions of these, which is a lot of the jokes that we can't let slide on a lot of the fucking platforms that we're on. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you. If you become a patron, we appreciate you even more. We might appreciate you more than that Indonesian guy over there, and or female, actually. I don't know. That person over in Indonesia listening to us. Number 1. You solid guy. On that note, Nick, what do you got for him?
Yeah, like Joe Sosimo's the only sometimes a lot of their restaurants they just call something that's like the St. Joe's Joe Sosimo's.
I don't like how we're now going to be sued by Dungeons and Daddies, but I'm also okay with being sued by Beth May, so maybe I'll get to meet her. Let's see how it goes.